And we're back, guys. Welcome to Tennis in a Minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. We're going to take a look at the other half of the round of 32 and see who will make the Sweet 16. As always, my coverage is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and the Digital Millennium Act. We're going to take a look first here with Mirra Andreeva taking on Yulia Putinseva. Look, this is going to be a quick breakdown right here. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I think Yulia struggles on her serve. I think she gives her opponents way too many opportunities on the second serve. I think she's not the best baseliner. I think she plays her best tennis inside the baselines. Good variety, but I think her emotions really destroy her chances of going deep in tournaments and coming through in these big matches. However, if you have the chance to meet her, she's the sweetest person in person. I just feel on the court, she's got to channel that energy better. Taking on Mirra, who's got range, she's got short balls, her left down the line, she's got power. I think Mirra mentally, she's tough, she's coached well. I think Mirra beats Yulia straight up. And again, my coverage is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and the Digital Millennium Act. Maddie Patty taking on big game Sofia Kenin. Madison Keys has dominated this head-to-head. After winning the Australian Open, she had a little bit of a hiccup, but Madison Keys looks really good. She looks strong. She looks focused. And she's got one of the better kick serves. I'd probably even say she's got the best kick serve on clay, to be honest with you. I love Sofia Kenin, right? She's one of my favorite players. She's always been. And the same with Madison Keys, right? It's not, I don't favor any one over the other. Madison Keys, again, she's been on tour a lot longer. I've been a fan first of Madison before Sofia Kenin came up. But Kenin, you have to respect her mental toughness. She's not that fast. She's not that strong. She finds ways to win. However, Madison has dominated this head-to-head. It's 4-1. It's not even close. Madison Keys, she's 26-6 on the year. She's playing good tennis. And Sofia Kenin, I feel she's kind of lost her steam, her edge on tour. A lot of people overlook her. And I think that's because of not being the strongest, the fastest. People think they can beat Sofia Kenin. And look, she's only won 6 of her last 10 matches. Decent wins during that span. Anna Kalinskaya, Amanda Anisimova, Lulu Sun, Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova, Vivara, and Vika in this tournament. While I'm very impressed with Keys' wins over Seville and Bolter. Seville came through qualifiers, good shot maker. Bolter, good range, a lot of power. This is the matchup here where I don't think Keys can hang in the pocket. I don't think Kenin can hang in the pocket with Keys. I don't think she has the power. I think Keys can go anywhere she wants to go. However, I think despite being dominated in the head-to-head, I think Kenin's going to come up big in this spot. As a huge underdog, I like Kenin to win a set in this match. I think Kenin can beat Keys. I really do. Because Madison, she'll have these tournaments and these matches where she just can't find her range. The one thing about Kenin, very seldom is she off with her range, right? And I just feel if Madison has an off day, which she does, Kenin's going to win the match. Kenin, the one thing about Kenin, she's consistent. She's going to play how she plays. It's as simple as that. I'm going to take Kenin to win at least a set. That's the pick. Next, Vamos! Paula Badosa taking on Daria. Look, these two ladies have played 6 times. The head-to-head is 3-3. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I don't think Badosa is where she needs to be. I just don't. She's 13. I'm sorry. Well, actually, none of these ladies. She's 5-8 on the year, Badosa, that is. 3-1 on clay. She's here after taking out Osaka in 3 and Gabriella in 3. Gabby is not. I love Gabby, but I got to be honest. She's not on the level of Daria. Not defensive-wise, not shot-making ability. Daria's just, her serve is just so bad. I mean, we talk about Coco's serve. Daria flies under the radar a lot. She gives her opponents a ton of second serves as well. She's here after taking out Katerina Sinyakova and Ligola Janjan. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I think Dasha wins at least a set over Badosa. I think Dasha can beat Badosa outright. The head-to-head is tied. They've only played once on clay. I think they played twice on clay. Yeah, Badosa won the last meeting in Germany, while Dasha won in Rome a few years ago. I think Dasha wins a set. I think Dasha can win the match. Simple as that. Paula Badosa shouldn't be this high of a favorite for matches that have been very close. Pegula taking on Marketa. Going to be a good match, guys. Marketa's back. And, I mean, the thing about Marketa, I like her game. She has great variety. She's got great power. I love her left down the line. She plays her best tennis inside the lines. Pegula's going to have the range. She can beat you inside the line. She can baseline with you. She makes adjustments, I think, better than most players on tour. The one thing it's very tough to adapt to Marketa. Marketa is very tricky, and she's very skilled. And it's interesting. She owns a head-to-head here, where the year we saw her win Wimbledon in 23. But Marketa says she doesn't practice. She has a lot of good variety, but she says she doesn't necessarily practice it. She says she goes with the flow, much like Pegula. Now, Marketa's here after taking out Sextamitova and Magdalena Freck. I think the win over Magdalena, it kind of scares me a little bit because, I mean, even though she's dominated Magdalena, she's never lost to her. That was a tough match and a tough third set. You struggle against Magdalena, Pegula's going to put you away. However, here's the thing about Pegula. If you speed Pegula up and make her play quick, she can't handle it. I'm not saying she's aging and she's getting older, but I'm saying she's getting older and her play is starting to show. And despite having a pretty good year, I mean, she's 30-10. She's played 40 matches, 10-4 on clay. Pegula, to me, looks like she's slowing down a little bit, at least in her recent matches. I mean, the losses to Anna Kalinskaya, Elisa Mertens in Rome looked very bad. I think Marketa's going to play fast. She's going to speed you up. And this is when she faces Iga. She gets really frustrated at Iga because Iga tries to slow that pace. If Marketa plays fast, I think she can beat Pegula outright. But I'm going to take Marketa to win a set. I just think Marketa's going to frustrate Pegula in this matchup. Jessica Moreno, Buzes, taking on Haley Baptiste, one of Coco's besties. Haley's looking good. She's got good variety. Again, she reminds me of a younger version of Ons, good shot maker. But I'm going to keep this short and sweet. What concerns me about this matchup is I think Haley's a much better athlete. I think she, even though Jessica, even though Haley has good variety, I don't think she's got the serve of like a Robin Montgomery, who has a lot more power that could back up Jessica, who, as you saw, Robin went 3 sets with Jessica. I think Haley's serve fails her at the worst time. I don't think she has the power on it. She's accurate, but she doesn't have the power. When you're facing these Spanish clay players that prefer to play on clay, you have to be able to back them up. I think Haley plays her best tennis inside the lines, good variety. But I also think Buzes is not your normal Spanish typical clay player. I think she plays her best tennis inside the lines. But I think when it comes to power, Jessica's going to have the edge to cut off the court and make Haley make mistakes in this matchup. Now, literally, 65% of Jessica's wins come on clay, around there, somewhere like there. Haley plays a lot of clay as well, but I think overall the win over M. Navarro is very, very impressive, and it lets you know the form that Jessica is in, right? While Haley, on the other end, I felt she should have beaten Hibino. I think Hibino should have never beat Yu Tsushima. The win over Beatrice Haddad is good, but Beatrice is going through a lot right now. She's not at her best. She's not playing her best tennis. I think overall, Haley's going to get shots back and make you play tennis. I think Jessica's going to be able to explode vertically, much like we've seen Paulini do with a lot of opponents lately. I think Jessica's going to have that explosive edge that's going to make these rallies a little shorter. It's going to make Haley have to defend and play. And I think Jessica's going to win this match outright as the dog. That's the pick. Two ladies where the WTA's got to get their pictures up. Okay. We have Elsa Jacubant, and she's taking on Lois Bassian. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Lois is here with a wild card. That's right. I don't know whether you feel she deserves to be here or not. That's up to you. But she plays a lot of clay. Of her 137 wins, 100 have come on the clay surface. She's got a ton of championships on the lower level. I want to say she's probably got, I don't know, I think like maybe 12. I think 8 of them have come on the or like she's like 7, right? So like the majority of them have come on clay surfaces. She plays a lot of clay tennis. And this is a matchup here, and actually all of them have come on the clay surface. I'm sorry. She plays a lot of clay tennis. She's got some pretty decent wins over top players on clay. Again, she didn't come through qualifiers, but she's taken out Elisa Mertens and Anne Helena. I felt Elisa's played a lot of tennis this year. She plays doubles as well. I think she's just burnt out a little bit. Iga's talked about the schedule. Elena's talked about the schedule. All the ladies have talked about the schedule. Even the male players are complaining about the schedule. I think Elisa was just burnt out. And I told you Lois would defeat Anne Helena as a 3-1 underdog because I didn't think Anne Helena was in shape. I don't think she's in her best form, right? Lois is very tricky. Now, even though she's from France, she plays a lot of clay tennis. Elsa's clay style is a little bit different. I think Lois uses a lot more slices. Much like a Tatiana Maria, she's very tactical. While someone like Elsa, it's clear. She's got power. She's a traditional clay type of player. She's going to baseline. She's going to back you up. She's going to make you beat her from deep. Most players are not a threat from deep. I think Elsa's game style, it's going to be a lot more tougher for Lois to adapt to than Elsa. I think Elsa has the power edge, and I think when you have the power edge, your opponent doesn't have many options, right? They really don't. I do think Lois absorbs pace really good, so she will have some opportunities to redirect and take control of the rally, but I do think Elsa's serve, her power overall, I think it might be too much for Lois. I'm going to take Elsa to win at least a set. I think Elsa can win the match outright. But the theme here is a lot of 2-1 underdogs. So we're taking sets. We're going to take a recommendation to sets. And remember, guys, it's for entertainment purposes only. What you do is up to you. I'm just giving you my picks on the best case scenario for some of these matches. And Veronica and Ekaterina. The head-to-head is tied up between these two. I think Ekaterina, she's got a good serve, very powerful. She can beat you with the forehand or the backhand. She wants to play deep. I think the advantage here goes to Veronica. Even though the head-to-head side, Veronica has a much better short game, and she can handle the power of Ekaterina. I think Veronica wins a match. I'm going to take Kudermetova to win the match and set up a showdown with potentially Coco Gauff. And we're going to talk Coco next, guys. Stay tuned for more tennis in a minute. Coco versus Marie Bouzkova coming up next.